Welcome back, guys, to the Bootleg Studios of Rant Social. Please like, share, and subscribe. I have to say that like a robot to remind you guys, but I would greatly appreciate it to help the channel. This is number one, the first installment of Negroes Nerd Up, and it's going to be a series where I highlight some positivity in the so-called black community, especially intellectual positivity. That's much needed. As Kwame Brown is advocating for trades in schools, this is a perfect example of what he's talking about. Here you have it, a nerdy-looking so-called black man who repairs Teslas by himself. All right, he's not backed by the company. They want nothing to do with him, but he's one of these kind of savants. He's a mechanical engineering savant. So hopefully I don't get a copyright strike, but I want to show you a little bit of this guy's story. You can check him out by looking up Richie's Rebuilds or Rich's Rebuilds. All right, here he is.
I would say I'm the first person to bring a Tesla that's completely dead to running and driving almost showroom floor quality independently by themselves. At this point, I would consider myself the Dr. Frankenstein of Teslas. People need to know more about the products they own.
This man takes Teslas that have been what they call not repoed. What's the word when they're damaged beyond repair, where the insurance company won't put out any money for repairs? God, why I can't remember the name of this now. But anyways, he takes Teslas that are totally in disrepair, burnt up, smashed up, and he repairs them completely by hand. Now, why this is a phenomenal thing is that because you don't have mechanics at regular car dealerships and regular auto mechanic shops that are able to work on Teslas at all, because it's a completely different drivetrain, being that it's an all-electric motor.
If you own something, if you purchase something free and clear, then you should be able to fix it yourself.
Salvage car, that's what he does. He fixes salvage Teslas. So when you get a vehicle, whether it's a motorcycle or a car with a salvage title, that means that the car basically has been in a wreck or been underwater, and somebody's selling it as is with a salvage title. And it's usually very hard to get those vehicles back on the road. But let's continue.
I don't want people to think that they're too small to have a major company make changes. Don't feel that you're not being heard. You do have a voice.
This guy loves Teslas, by the way, Richie. Notice he's from New Hampshire. He's not from the hood. And this helps that he's not from the hood. Look how he's dressed. There's no gold chains, no rings, no bling bling. This is a man about his business.
My name is Rich, and I run a YouTube channel called Rich Rebuilds. I also go by Uncle Rich, car guru. You're probably asking yourself, car guru, what are you doing in that sweet, sweet race car bed? Well, you think my life is all fun and games? Here's some of the things you have to deal with when you hobble together two broken Teslas to make one working Tesla.
I mean, I want you guys to go. You can check this out on Motherboard. You can type in the Rogue Tesla Mechanic Resurrecting Salvage Cars. It's got 5 million views. It's from 2018. He has recent videos as well. But this is not just a doomsday channel where I'm preaching so much negativity and everything going wrong with our people. No, I'm going to bring positivity as well. And this is a prime example of what our people can do when we're not influenced with that nigger nonsense of gang banging street thuggery, drug dealing, and all types of things that cause genocide amongst our so-called black people and Hispanic people living in poor areas or low income areas. All right, this is what your child can do when he's left to his own devices without all of that negative, without all those negative influences. So let's move to someone else. Let's move this right along, okay? And I have a video here that I started playing.
Don't miss a beat.
Sorry
and
about the
discover
commercial,
new music
folks.
every Friday with YouTube.
Bear
As a
with me.
response to the social and economic challenges in his hometown, Atapa,
This guy here started making bicycles out of bamboo. Now, I mentioned him in another video of mine, but I'm tying these two guys together to show you what the black mind is capable of when it's not littered and polluted with nigger nonsense.
in the Ashanti region of Ghana. This is where it all began.
I started this whole project as a non-for-profit. I actually started when I started a voluntary project in my hometown called Yonso when I was in my third year at the university. So I realized there were a lot of problems in my community: high risk school dropout rate, unemployment, high teenage pregnancy.
This is very inspiring. Do you hear what he's saying? All of us on YouTube that are out here talking, we actually need to put our boots to the ground and do some community work. And even if that means taking care of your own household and your own children, it starts there. At least do that. At the very least, and we'll be much better as a people in this country and around the world.
Lack of opportunity for the youth, and you realize that a lot of the youth were actually migrating to Accra, Kumasi, trying to find jobs. And I grew up there. I saw these challenges, and at some point I decided, look, it's not time to.
Shout out to Kwame Brown and his shoe drive that went off successfully down there in Georgia. That's what I mean by putting boots to the ground. That's just one example of talking and then doing the work.
Complain again. It's about time to take action.
The process of making the bikes starts with the cutting of bamboos. They are then put together with a local delicacy, kokonte, and glued to make them stick together. Then twines and more glue are added.
Notice they're not mixing up cocaine. They're not cooking cocaine.
Added to give them this unique look. Sandpaper is then used for silky finishing.
Welcome to Africa's largest bamboo bicycle workshop.
Notice they're not making heroin packs, people. All right? This is black ingenuity at its finest. Making bicycle frames out of bamboo.
Where over 2,500 bicycles have so far been made. This year they have made some 800 bamboo bicycles already, and the target is 1,200 bamboo bicycles. This company has transcended the borders.
Black women, look at what your sons and your daughters can do when they're left to their own devices without the nigger nonsense, the gang banging,
They hope to scale up
the
and
street
make
foolery.
5,000 bamboo
Look what your
bicycles
children can do.
within a year.
Boomers International has gone through many phases and
Guys, support Boomers International. You can actually buy these bikes online, all right? Google Boomers International and support these people.
expanded from 4 to 40 workers. Kwame Danso says he has had to fire his entire workforce twice in order to ensure international standards. Kwame says the challenges for young businesses in Ghana.
And these bikes are strong. They're not going to snap in half like a twig like you may think. They're just as strong as steel frames, but they're more flexible and they give a more comfortable ride. And they're not that expensive. I think you can get one for about $1,200. All right, support your brothers.
Are daunting. Big and small-scale businesses are put in the same pool of competition. Support for his business has mostly come from international.
All right, now keep it moving along. All right, now, I also want to highlight what happens to the mind when you don't nurture it, you know, and what happens to our people. What happens to our people, you know, sometimes when, the mind is a terrible thing to waste when it's not nurtured, when it's not, fed. This is what can happen to your children. Rewind selector. Oh my God, you gotta love it. Hey, this has been Rand Social. People, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Go back and forth with me in the comment section, all right? Peace.